Hello students, welcome to the video on programming of Intel 8255. So in this video, I'm going to give you a short recap of what we learned in Intel 8255, and the second part of this video will have the programming concept, how we can access the control word and status word of Intel 8255 IC from 8085 microcontroller. So this will be the flow of this video. To start with, Intel 8255 is a 40-pin IC. It has got three ports, namely port A, port B, port C. All the three ports are 8-bit ports, and these ports can have the following functionalities. Maybe it can act as input port, output port, or bidirectional port. The bidirectional data direction is available only to port A. Then apart from this, this particular IC has got a read pin and write pin. So it is through these pins, the 8085 microprocessor will be able to read and write the content on Intel 8255. And apart from this, we have pins like chip select, which is used to select this particular pin, and then A0, A1 pins are called as the address pins. Next, coming to the block diagram of 8255 IC. Here in this block diagram, the highlight will be the control registers of group A and group B. So group A control register will be accessing the content of port A and then the upper bits of port C. And then the group B control register will be accessing the content of port B and the lower bits of port C. Then we have the control word of 8255 IC. So this is something which is very important for programming. If you take the control word register can be made to operate in two different modes, namely the BSR mode, which is called as the bit set reset mode, and the second mode is called as input output mode. Bit set reset mode will work only with port C. So port C has got totally 8 pins, which vary from port C0 to port C7, as you can see here. The first bit in this BSR mode is called as the D0 bit, which is used for setting and resetting a particular pin in port C. Now, how to select one pin from these 8 pins which are available in port C, which can be done by accessing or writing some content on the bits D1, D2, D3. D1, D2, D3 is a 3-bit number. So 3-bit number in binary number system, I can write 8 combinations which will be pointing a particular pin in port number C. Then coming to the pins D6, D5, D4, which are not used in BSR mode. Then we have the last bit, the D7 bit, which is very important because this bit will make the separation between BSR mode and input output mode. If you write a number 0 into this D7 bit, then the register will function as BSR mode. If you write a bit 1 onto D7, then the register will work as IO mode. Now coming to the input output mode of 8255. Input output, when I say all 3 ports can work as input output, which is port A, port B and port C. First coming to the group A. So group A can be accessed by writing contents on the bits D3, D4, D5 and D6. The D5 and D6, these two bits together, they work as mode select bit. Port A can operate in 3 different modes, namely mode 0, mode 1 and mode 2. Mode 0 is called as the simple input output mode, and mode 1 is called as handshake input output mode, and mode 2 is called as bidirectional input output mode. So based upon the requirement, we can select any of these modes by accessing the content of D5 and D6 bit. Then D4th bit is used for changing the data direction of port A. Say you wish to operate port A in input mode, then I can set it. If you wish to operate this port A in output mode, then I can reset this and use port A. Then to control the data direction of port C, D3 bit can be either set or reset. So here in group A control, port C upper bits will be available to the user. Then moving on to group B, the bits D0, D1 and D2 of this particular register can be used. By selecting a number on D2 bit, we can swap between two different modes, namely the mode 0 and mode 1. So as discussed earlier, mode 0 is the simple input-output mode, and mode 1 is the handshake input-output mode, because port B does not support bidirectional mode. The mode 2 is not available to the programmer here. And then coming to D1, D1 bit is the input output bit for port B register. So if you wish to make this port B as input pin, then I can set this particular bit. If you wish to make this port B as output pin, then I can reset this bit. Then by accessing the content of D0, I'll be able to make the control over port C lower bits. I can either make it as input bit or output bit. Next is the status word. Status word of 8255 can be divided into two categories. One is mode 1, the other one is mode 2. In mode 1, there are two different data directions, namely input and output. So we have the first format of register, which shows the input format. If you are using the port A registers in input mode, then this will be the format, which is starting from D0 to D7. So this was very detailedly discussed in the class. So I will just give you a short recap of what is available in this format. First is the IBF. IBF stands for input buffer full. INTE stands for interrupt enable. INTR stands for interrupt request. Then coming to the output format, which is having 8 bits. OBF stands for the output buffer full. The remaining bits, it remains the same like input, where we have INTE, which is the interrupt enable, and INTR, which is the interrupt request bit. Then coming to mode 2. Mode 2 is called as the bidirectional mode, where port A will be used for operating both in input as well as output direction simultaneously. Okay, that is the beauty of bidirectional mode. In bidirectional mode, bits D0, D1, D2 are vacant. Okay, they cannot be used for accessing any content. But the bits D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, they are used for different purposes, namely sending an interrupt request, enabling the interrupt, then giving the status of input buffer, and then giving the status of output buffer, whether it is full or not. So this can be done by writing corresponding data on the bits D3 to D7. With this short recap, let us now jump into the programming concept of 8255.